everybody. Welcome in. Welcome in. I am okay. First of all, I just want to come on and apologize for the audio. Yeah, I have to change computers at the last minute. So yeah, I am, I'm doing the best I can. Doing the best I can. But we have an amazing, amazing show for you tonight. That's gonna happen. Why don't I see anything? Let me see. Why? Okay, is that going on? Okay, cool, 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 cool. All right, so let me just say this. Welcome in, everybody. Thank you. Hit the like on your way in. And like I said, we're gonna have an amazing show. Can everybody hear me? I found out yesterday that I my horizontal, I couldn't see the chat. So I just want to say shout out to Jerry for being in a horizontal. Okay. Hit the like. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. All right, let me see. Okay, we're just gonna start the show. So I just want to let everybody know that I am going to be what do you call it? I'm gonna be off camera during this presentation because we have a lot of good stuff. And I want to introduce my co-host for today, Jess Andrea.
Hey everybody, how y'all doing today?
Welcome in, Jess Andrea. And you know what? I don't know what's working, what's not. I tried everything last night on one computer. This computer, it's a mess. But you know what? We're not gonna let that stop us.
Yeah,
Ain't no
right.
stopping us now. All right. So while we go in, let's go ahead and play our disclaimer.
Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Act of 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research. Thank you that Green Vegan loves you.
I do. I do love you for real, for real. Okay, so let's go into the show. So the title of the show is if he pays all the bills, does he make all the rules? And Jess Andrea came up with this concept. Unmute yourself, Andrea. Keep
Yes.
yourself unmuted. You came up with this concept and you were saying that you got it off of TikTok.
Yes, I got it off of TikTok.
And we have so many different sides to this story. Hey, Jerry, talking about the devil, and the devil will appear. And I'm not calling you a devil. Welcome in, Jerry. Welcome in. I hope everything is going. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Ooh, child. You know what? And it was so funny because I was telling just Andrea, I said, yeah, we on another computer. She's like, girl, we ain't got time. We ain't got time. We got time to fix this stuff. What's up, Laz? What's up, Laz? Oh, Jerry says hi, Andrea. So we're gonna just play our first clip, and this is from what do you call it? He's no longer here. Rest in peace, because I just don't want, yeah. Anyway, let's go into this. Let's go into this clip, and let's see. Okay. All right, and let's play the first clip.
If you disdain money, if you think capitalism is the money is the root of all evil, do you? But I'm going to tell you, as a man, as a black man in particular, if you ever plan on having a woman or a wife, you better have some money. Black women want and expect black men to pay all of the bills. Night after night, show after show, you have black women coming in here of all of our ages, sizes, degree, not degree, it doesn't matter. And the one consistent thing is sisters want black men to pay the bills. How many times have you heard women saying they left their if you disdain money?
All right. That part. All right. So that was our first clip. And that was Kevin
Sam-
Samuels. He's no longer here. But that was one of the things that he always talked about. He talked about men and, if you high value men and all this kind of stuff. Welcome in, Lenny. Welcome in our Ty, Last Cherry, and Lavembra. All right, so he talks about a high value man, right? And so this is something that a lot of people kind of feel with. What do you think about it, Andrea? Should a man, if a man want to be with a woman, he needs to make the point?
I think he should make a coin. Yes, I do. I do. I do. And if he wants to pay, if he's a traditional man and he wants to pay all the bills, okay, I don't have a problem with that.
Okay, so Rissa, what's up, Rissa? She said, I mean, my husband is in the army and I work, but before he got in the army, my baby was in the streets and broke. Ooh, I met him when I was 14 and he was 17. Today he's 35 and I'm 31. Happy birthday, Rissa. So what I think what Rissa is trying to say is that, you can't always keep a person you can always like look at a person in one stage of their life and think, okay, that's how they're going to always be. You have to be able to take a chance.
Yes, I definitely agree with that. But at the stage that I am, because I'm a seasonal woman, I'm not building no man. I'm not fixing no man. I'm not. You can't come here with nothing. No, I'm not with that. I'm at a point in my life. I'm in my 50s. No, I'm not tolerating that.
Right. So no ego. Welcome in, no ego. Welcome in, John. He says, define what a coin is. So coin is money. So the title of this is if he pays everything, does he make the rules? So one thing that we were talking about in the very beginning is if a man is paying all the bills, does he have control? Um, what is and just please be respectful in the chat. You good, just be respectful. Um, let's see. Rissa says, I generally loved him though. A lot of young people don't look at the general love and use it as trauma. Well, there is a lot of trauma because you have to think about it too, depending on what kind of, and you know what, thank you for saying that because it depends on how you was raised, right? So
Right.
if you was raised in a certain household and, the mom worked and the dad worked and it was like a struggle of, right? Like
Mhm.
good times. Remember good times?
Mhm.
Then you're like, you think like that is what it's supposed to be like. Okay, Richmond wanted to just say, John, we both was in high school when we met. Okay, because John was saying like that was statutory. Where did John go? John said that's statutory. But they were in high school. So I get what you, Rissa. I understand, Rissa. Last says, if the rules are boundaries rooted in respect for yourself, the relationship, and each other, the healthy boundaries are to be expected. Facts, facts. Because the thing about that is just like everybody relationship is different. And I figure everybody goals is different. You know what I'm
Yes.
saying? Just like
Yes.
Kevin Samuel just said in the earlier clip, women want money, so you got to make money. Not everybody feels that way. You know what I'm saying? Some people want love, some people want security kind of thing. It just all depends. So what
And
were you looking for in your relationship?
it depends on the family structure. It was cheaper for my mom to stay at home and take care of the kid while my dad went out of work because they had 7 kids. So it's the family structure too.
Exactly. Because I mean, come on, you got 7 kids. You try to 7 kids. You know how much babysitting? I mean, like
Yes.
daycare and cost would be. It would
Yes.
be like working a full time job. Well,
Yes.
actually, motherhood is a full time job.
Yes.
I'm
It
just
is a
gonna put that out there,
motherhood is a
regardless.
full-time job. But when we got was in like the 6 and 7, she got a job, but she was able to she got a job, but she had to wait till we was able to take care of ourselves that she could work. because
Right.
daycare is a lot. So it depends on your family structure. If you say, "Oh, we getting married, we have children," she's gonna stay at home. I'm gonna be outside working, but she's working too because she's taking care of the kids.
Right.
The balance. It's the
Exactly.
balance.
So, Eagle, so if you're in your 50s and singles, you should already have money. Obviously, you provide for yourself now. That's a
Yes,
question towards you.
yes, I provide for myself. I provide for myself, my 2 children that I adopted very well.
Right.
But I'm still
Okay.
not taking nobody who ain't got nothing. I don't want potential no more in life. And maybe I'm a little different because I had a husband and he wasn't
Hey, 2B2. You
so
had a husband.
I know
Go
what
ahead.
that.
Hi, Stylish. Okay, so let's see. No Ego says Green Beak, I understand the term coins. I mean, how much coins is it? Millions, high figures. Oh, okay. So this is a general thing. So you have to understand that everybody is different depending on what you say, because low key, you hear people say, "Oh, 6 figures, a man gotta make 6 figures." That ain't nothing.
Not in California,
That's,
dude.
that ain't nothing out here. 6 figures, it's like New York. When you in New York, people think like if you live in like, I don't know, Alabama, and you get a job making $80,000, you barely surviving in New York. You got places out there that cost $5,000 and $6,000 for rent. I mean, not saying every place is like that, but so it all depends on where you are. No Ego. Let's see. Welcome in, Stacy. E Black says, "Hey, everything. All right. So, can we just take a second out? Stupido says test congratulations on getting a streamer university brother. Yes, we are very, very proud of him. Last says, shout out to Andre for adopting. Thank you for taking care of the kids that have no one. Yes, she is very, very, she has a very beautiful soul, that kind of thing.
Thank you.
Pleasure. All right, so we are going to go into our next clip. The next clip is the first clip with Kevin Samuels is really talking about how men need money because all Black women want to be taken care
All
of.
Black women.
All Black women want
Some Black women.
coins,
Some
no
Black women.
ego.
Some.
Okay, so let's let's go to the next clip.
You're not homie because we supposed to work together.
Now,
We supposed to work together. Now, why now? Because if I'm paying everything, that means you should be saving a bankroll. If I'm paying, then who's saving? If I'm paying everything, because you can't pay everything and save. But if we both pay half, we both can save and put up. Because I'm sure you got some family that you want to help too. You got some things that you like to do. So if I'm paying it all, you don't never pay nothing. You don't never offer to say, okay, this month I get rent, baby, and I've been paying it out. And I came in now. If that's the case, nigga might well buy him a hoe. If that's the case, nigga, if that's the case, I see why these niggas going overseas then. If that's the mentality.
no.
I understand then. If that's the mentality that the nigga laying down and going to bed with, I see why nigga going overseas. You're not homie because...
All right. That's deep.
Well, I said I agree with Charles.
That is deep. Go ahead, Andrea. What did you say? Andrea. Hello? Okay, while she's fixing her audio, I'm just gonna rein in on this. So she kind of feels like, I mean, Charleston feels like that women are, like women, it should be a 50-50 relationship, right? But if you say if 50-50, it's like you're gonna do 50-50. And I think that's what people get confused about. Did I say welcome in E Black? Welcome in E Black. Who is that guy? That guy is Charleston White. He's a welcome in dark one my life. What he is he, I don't know what Charleston is. He's like a comedian. He's also like, I guess he does like commentary and everything. And so he has very strong views. But a lot of times it's about rage bait. So I've watched a little bit of his stuff. He's really about rage bait kind of thing. And so basically what he is doing is he's trying to, I guess, spark up conversations. Welcome in, Sassy. And so he believes in the 50-50 kind of, relationship. And it's like, okay, but what is 50-50? Okay, you said 60-40 in my love life. We gotta give a little bit more. Let's see. Welcome in, veteran. Why would anybody listen to a man who brags about somebody, enemy or not? Right. You have to be very careful of who you listen to. Yeah, he think he's a comedian. He's not very funny. Okay. Oh, so, welcome in, Ralph. Ralph said he's a pimp. Oh, well, I didn't know that part. Okay, Andrea's back. Let me let her in. Okay. You're back. You're good now?
Yeah, I'm good now. I couldn't hear you.
Okay. Oh, you couldn't hear me. Oh, that was weird. Last is $1 saved is $1 earned. If I'm paying everything and she stayed home, she can help cook, clean. That saves some money and having someone maintaining a home while I'm at work. Oh, and Andrea, we were just talking about that, right? With your family.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
So it's like,
it's like a balance.
Welcome in. How you doing? Oh, look who's here, Andrea.
Who is? I can't see.
It's Pandy.
Who? Okay.
Pandy.
Okay.
Pandy's here. Welcome in, Pandy. She says hello to everybody. Yeah, she's on her phone, so apparently that's the reason why. People that run their mouth on the internet needs to shut up. Facts. Generally, women don't save. I've been saying this. Many of them quick to brag about salary, but you ask them what's their savings account, crickets. Oh, okay. So let's talk about it. So, but you know what? You have to understand too, no ego. If it's a woman and she's by herself, she can do whatever she wants with her coins, right? This conversation is more about when you're in a relationship with somebody, how is that relationship built around? Is it built on 50-50? Does he pay all the bills? And if he pays all the bills, does he make all the rules? It depends on the relationship. I'm okay with 50-50. Also, do 100 right thing. Do 100 with the right man. Okay, all right. And and it's kind of like what was said earlier. What was said earlier with Rissa. Rissa was like, when she met her man, he didn't have nothing. You know what I'm saying? Hey, welcome in, Friend Zone. I believe 100% me looking at upgrading to a 4,000 square house, is really working out. Okay. All right, Friend Zone Millionaire. That's what's up. Andrew says, when me and my wife used to work, I would let my wife keep her money and I will use my money to take care of everything around the house and bills and everything. But you know what? Okay, Andrew, it's so funny that you say that because I feel like that was kind of like me with my relationship. Like my man paid all the bills, whatever, but then I would do stuff like take care of all the vacations. I bought all the gifts, so it's not really
a balance. It's a balance.
Exactly. It's a balance. But I think what happens is when you are 50-50, say you're 50-50, where you both work, but then the other person is really cleaning, cooking, going to shopping, making sure the bills are paid. That's not 50-50. That's not a 50-50 relationship kind of thing.
I feel like
People forgot about the concept of unconditional love and what that really means and actions that are supposed to come behind it. You know what? And Risa, it's so. What do you think about that term, unconditional love, Andrea?
uh, uh, um unconditional love. Okay, the only thing I have unconditional love is my children. I'm sorry.
Okay, so you would never give a man unconditional love.
Not at the stage that I am right now in life. No,
Welcome in, Robin.
I got the unconditional love for my children.
Okay, because I mean, I feel like people change, right? People
Yes,
change all the time.
yes.
So,
When I when
um,
when I got married, I was that young mom. I ironed my husband clothes. I did cooking, clean, and all that. But as I got older, I wasn't satisfied just being a stay-home mom anymore. I feel like it was a trap. Just be honest.
okay, so that is something that a lot of people don't even look at.
And
Like,
the reason I say it was a trap, I felt like I was looking at my
hey,
mom and my
DC.
dad. I felt like I was looking at my parents' life, and I was like, oh no.
So you didn't want to have the same kind of thing that you're. So did you see yourself like being at home with 7 kids?
Hell no. I told her I was never having 7 kids. I'm not gonna be in the crazy house. My limit was 2. Okay. My limit was 2. Now I did want 4, but I wanted to space the children out. Okay. And so my limit was 2 right away. I had kids right away. But it was the more so
Welcome in, WTF.
it was the more so of the husband, because we were both raised up together. So he comes from the old school family too, and he got a 2-parent home. So he watched his dad and his mom, and they had 5 kids, and pretty much the dad worked out the home. The mom did too, but it was always the mother. I felt like the mother was doing the work, the most work, and not being appreciated. And sometimes I think my dad did not appreciate my mother, and that is looking through a child eyes. And when I became adult, I feel like as an adult he didn't
Hey,
appreciate
I feel. Okay, so I mean, but you know what? Like we said earlier, everybody is different, correct? And so this is one of those situations where I guess it's an individual thing. But I have a clip. Oh boy, do I have and this is like just to give everybody a trigger warning. This is going to trigger warn. It trigger warned Andrea.
the show did.
It trigger warned her. So yeah, welcome in, I feel. Hey, welcome in, Cherise. Welcome in. Let me go before we get started. Okay, let's see. No said vegan relationships can be whatever the couple discusses in terms of duties, but if you were talking marriage and the law tells you it's 50-50, that's mine is yours is mine. You're right, because it's like regardless if you are in a relationship with someone, you might not pay a dime, but if y'all break up, what does it get split? 50-50, right? So I don't know. The concept is very cryptic when it's very, very cryptic. Ralph said, men are gay now. You have nothing to worry about. Not all men are, Ralph. I feel says doesn't exist outside a mother's love. Okay. So I feel it agrees with you. I feel it agrees with you, Andrea, where it says like you only have love, unconditional love for your family in her wigs. You see, E Black is talking mess about you. Um, yes, and welcome in Heart. Heart also agrees. So you had kids just to, oh no, he says, so you had kids just to have unconditional love? Andrea, did she go out again? What's going on? You bet. All right. True words last says, never said, Andrea, keep an unconditional romance love is a fantasy. Right. You can't pour everything into it. That is a fact. And that love does change, so it is not permanent love. I agree with you, I feel. I agree with you. Tobito says family deserves unconditional love. Okay. That sounds good. Okay, yes. So everybody's agreeing with that. Welcome in, Candidly B. Welcome in. Robert says E Black always talking about wigs and bonnets. I know, and he be wearing a bonnet on a low. Okay, let me go. She's back. Hey, you back, Andrea?
Yeah, I'm back. Sorry.
Yeah. Robin was saying that E Black is always talking about wigs and bonnets.
Women only wear
As he grow his hair out.
They only wear that bonnet when they go into bed. I don't really see a lot of women who I know, classy women, don't be wearing a bonnet in the daytime. It's only
Andrea. We have a question for you. It says
Okay.
No Ego says then Andrea should be seeking a purely transactional relationship if she can't provide unconditional love. Is that what you're thinking about, Andrea? To have a transitional relationship?
I don't. No, I'm telling you. I believe it's to. I believe. Look, I've been in relationships. Okay, I don't have boyfriends. I don't have a husband for 7 years. Okay, I believe unconditional love is for the children. Okay, period. That's my feeling. And then when somebody come along that make me feel something different, I might feel something different. But right now, unconditional love is just for my children. And I'm okay with that.
So I really agree with Lonnie, because she's basically saying when you have that argument, it's just like just say you broke.
Mhm.
Basically, in a nutshell. It's like when you, like, if say I had a purse and I spent $3,000 per purse, I would just you can get a purse from Ross. Like, you know what? Just say that you can't afford it. Thank you. Good point. Robin's laughing. Welcome in, Frank. Frank says, realize how backwards this sounds. She has unconditional love for her children. Then the children is made up of 50% of the father. So she rather, yeah, okay, shaking my head. You pick the man and agree to it.
Me and their father, we raised our children and they're good. And my other kids are just mine. Okay.
Yes. So Frank, then their relationship is good. It's not like, oh, you just had a baby and left or nothing like that. They raise their kids and they're still raising their kids. And I don't know if you missed it earlier, but her children her younger children, they were adopted. So it's a different situation. So you might have been late, Frank, but welcome in. All right. So Rissa said, heartless. I was my father. I was with my husband since I was 14. We got married at 25 and had my daughter at 26. And I'm 7 months pregnant now. Unconditional love was before I got married to him. Okay, so you know what? And that's beautiful, Rissa. That's beautiful. And it would be amazing if it was like that for everybody, but certain factors come into it. I'm not going to get into Andrea's personal life, but I mean, everybody sometimes have to make decisions in their life depending on the best for them, kind of thing. I feel that as a father who watched my wife almost giving her life to have sons, that's even more deep and unconditional love. And you know what? That should be the way. Like, it should be like the man feels that way. Because Andrea, is it true when you have a baby, that's the closest thing to death?
Yeah, it is. It's with the Black women having mortality. Yes, it's the closest thing for death. So shoot. When I had my kids, it was unconditional love. To this day, it's nothing. It's nothing like birthing your children in the world. Nothing. It ain't no greater feeling.
Yeah, kids are beautiful. I love them, but yeah, I'm gonna keep it at that. Frank said that's normal for a man not to accept a woman in the younger years. Same goes for a woman. When younger, you don't know any better and you don't want to listen to anyone. And y'all know that's life. Well, I don't know. I don't really kind of agree with that because some people feel like, oh, when you're older, then what is it like when you're older, you can't be trained or you can't not be trained, but like you can't bend or you just so
Yeah,
stuck in your ways. And I don't necessarily understand. I don't really get that. That's not true,
I
Ralph.
just stuck
No
in your.
being nasty, but
I think you know better. You do better. So in the mistakes that we made in our marriage, we know better, we do better, and the mistakes that you grow, you evolve as a person. What I wanted at 22, and what I wanted at 51 are two different things.
exactly. And so you think it's more like a mature kind of
Yeah,
thing,
it's
like
a. I
you
think it's
grow.
mature thing. It's a growth thing. It's a experience thing. So it's a life experience. So what I wanted at 20, what I wanted at, I got married at 22. At 29, I was getting a divorce. But it's an experience thing now because now I know who I am. I'm a better mom. I'm a better everything because I had experience. I grew up with
Right,
my
Robin.
I grew up with my two smaller. I grew up with my two adult children because they was young and I was young, so we grew up together. So I know things better. And then you have your mother, you have your aunts, you have your uncles. You could talk to. It's good to talk to your family members or older couples who've been married for a long time.
Exactly. That's facts. He said there's no such thing as 50-50 when it comes to men. We put our lives at risk every day. The right they should be priceless, but I guess women only want to keep them coins.
It's not all about the money. Don't get me wrong. Me and my husband at the time when we started out, we was broke, okay? We was broke. But we had a second baby, he got his contract license and money started rolling in. So it's not all about the money, but at the time it's called balance. And it's nice to not to have to worry about a bill. It's nice not to have to worry about nothing. But it's called a balance in the relationship.
Right.
I think
It should be a balance. And I don't think you can put a monetary figure
Yeah, you
on it.
can't put a monetary gain, but what we're saying, what at the point that I think at the point where my friend group are at, we're at a point in our lives we can't be building nobody up. We can't be dating potential because that's bullshit. That's what my daughter's dating now. It's potential. No, I'm not doing that.
Right, right.
It's levels to this now. It's some things I probably would took at 22, but when I'm at 50, no, I'm not doing that. It's just levels to this.
It is levels to this.
Like I'm just saying, I have a 13-year-old daughter. If I'm dating potential, what the hell I'm gonna tell her that shit is cute at 51? No, I'm not.
Exactly. So we have let's see, the one and only is in here. Um the one and only is in here. We're gonna go to the next, and like I said, this is a trigger warning. Let me share this screen. Share this tab. All right. So go ahead and add and let's play this video.
Man who is willing to take care of you, the kids, and the household, but has no ambition worth staying with.
When you say take care of, what do you mean?
He pays all the bills. He take care of the kids. He step in.
How he do that with no ambition?
No, he got money. I want more.
You know what?
And he's complacent.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ugh. Ah.
In the year when the job market is cooked, when the housing market is cooked, when people are walking away from their children, you got somebody at home that is paying your bills. He is taking care of you and he is taking care of your kids, and you are figuring out, should I leave him? Are you cool?
Unfortunately, for a lot of men, There are so many women telling them you have to be more ambitious. And it's because they want the ambition to look like what they want it to look like. But his ambition is waking up every day and going to work, waking up every day and showing up for my children, showing up for my home. Like, that's just as ambitious. You know how ambitious you have to be when you are going through depression. Your girl is telling you you need to do more, and then you don't feel like you're good enough, but she don't know the mental and emotional and spiritual battles that you have and how you still trying to show up for your home. That's ambition, baby. Take a moment, read, I think it's 1 Timothy 5:8. Because what it talks about is a man who neglects his home is the same as a man who denies his faith. This man is taking care of his home. There is faith and grace in that. He is being provisional. He's still leading. So we have to acknowledge that, because if not, you're going to lose that. Like, that's a gem, baby.
I make my own money. I make
Okay.
more than him.
Ooh.
Right?
And you said he pays all the bills
Yeah.
and you make more money.
Yeah.
You mentioned that you make more money than him, and I want you to know that was not
Selfish.
a mistake.
Selfish.
That was a systemic thing that was put into place so that the Black woman can be elevated to start looking at they men like they're not doing enough.
No.
It is very intentional, the fact that you make more money, and even though your man is showing up for you, you start looking at him for like, why can't you do more?
The fact that this man is covering the bills, even though he knows you make more, let me tell you what he's doing. This man is willing to maybe put things on pause so that you can elevate. Think about it. What you make becomes almost just yours. What you choose to do, you have the freedom to pivot and pivot and pivot. Try this, go to school, because this man is saying, I'm going to sacrifice and take care of the foundational things so that you can have a choice whether or not you want to work or not. And so when you saying that man lacked ambition, I just think it's ambition in a direction you can't recognize.
All right.
I would leave her. I would leave her and divorce her ass. I'm sorry. Ain't no way.
When I let her look at this video, I'm gonna give you the floor. Go ahead, Andre. I'm gonna be quiet. Go ahead.
No way in the world. Ain't no way in the world. She got a man paying all the bills. She make more money. He taking care of the house and the
Look
children.
at me, son, God.
She said that he's not ambitious enough. Something is wrong with that picture.
Thank
And what
you, please.
she don't understand a good man. That's just personally me, and I would divorce her ass because it ain't gonna get better.
Okay, so I want to know what you guys think about that video, because I kind of showed you guys a little bit. The Kevin Samuels basically was telling. I mean, in a way, Kevin Samuels, he had, it's almost like when you go to Ross, you got to pick through a bunch of clothes to find a nice, you know what I'm saying? Like, you just can't grab everything. You have to kind of like flip through it, because everything is not all nice and stuff. But what he was basically telling me is like, get your game up, make money if you want a relationship. And then we went to the Charleston White, who's like, nah. It's all about 50-50. And, it should be like that because, somebody needs to save money, blah, 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 right? And so then now we go to this one where you have this woman who has a man that's paying all the bills, but it's just not enough. And I think what happens a lot of times is that, there is a group of women out here. There's different groups of women. You got your pick-me's, you got your mammies, you got your, I don't know what she would be, what do you call it? What her category would be. She's just unsatisfied with her life. She's unsatisfied with that. So some people you can't make happy. And then you have the situations where you have women out here that just can't find a man, right? And then they go, well, you're being too picky. You're being too choosy. What do you think about that? When men say that women are, they want too much, because in the last video that we showed, it's like they want too much. Is she asking for too much?
Yeah, she asking for too much. He is ambitious. He is taking care of the house. He's taking care of the home, the children. Look, ain't the reason you get married because you want the family, the white picket fence, the children, and the dog. Okay, so she got all of that, and then she said he's not ambitious, and he she makes more than him. So what more do she want? So if
Well,
she
she
go
want
out
him
there
to be vicious.
go out there on the other side of the grass, it ain't gonna be greener. She gonna be unhappy.
Right. Like, what would she rather have? Like a Pookie or a Ray Ray? No shame to Pookie and Ray Rays because they need love too.
Right.
Right. More money, EBSJ. Just fed up. Just fed up sound like you just fed up. Robert says, I agree. When every woman says she makes more money, that's the problem. Okay. So, but you know what? You have women out there that make 6 figures, Robin, right? So if you're making 6 figures, you would think like, oh, I want to be equally low. I want somebody make 6 figures, but a lot of men don't make 6 figures. And the men that do own 6 figures, they don't want the women that make 6 figures. Let me tell you something. I know a lot of women that make 6 figures, but they might want the, like I always use the term, the whores and the the baddies kind of thing. They want the young little things. It's like a friend of mine had shared something a long time ago that said when he was in high school, all the high school girls would go with the older men, right? But the older men was giving out all the coins. They was buying the cars, buying the bags, buying the, taking trips, getting their hair done, getting their nails done, whatever. And so then when they got older, they was like, okay, now I'm gonna get the young woman, right? But they ain't got no money. And they was realizing now, like, oh, now they're at this age where it's like, they kind of going downhill. I mean, not everybody, but they're going downhill and they want someone young, but the young woman's like, no, we want the money. Otherwise, they would have been with the guys in high school. You know what I'm saying? They would have been like Rissa and just found them a good person, a good man, and shared their life with them, but they didn't want that. They didn't want that. Frank says a lot of them women like social media fool them. It's crazy. Oh, Frank, that is the fact. That's a fact because I know a lot of women, they look at the internet, they want the bag, they want this, they want that, but it comes at a price.
It comes at a price. It comes at a price. What are you sacrificing? The children? You sacrificing the marriage? What are you sacrificing? And
She's stupid. We don't claim her. Robin says she's stupid. We don't claim her. Rissa said, I agree with Andrea. I'll leave her. Right, yeah, because there's so many people. There's so many people in the world that, there's people in the world that would just want somebody to love them. You know what I'm saying? Kind of love them. But you know what? You really don't see the relationships where the woman makes a lot of money and the guy is broke. You just see them being alone.
Do you know what that last comment, what he said was he is sacrificing to advance you? Obviously, he's okay with right now advancing her as his wife. They still partners. He just sacrificing right now because in the long run, she's gonna be making more money. The family's gonna be good, and then it's gonna be his time to do.
I'm sorry. Repeat that again.
I said she's sacrificing to advance her. Okay. So she's probably don't have to do a lot because he's taking care of the home and the children. So it's advancing her job. But in the long run, it's gonna balance out because after she get to the highest where she want to be at, he's gonna have time to do what he wants to do, and the kids are gonna be good. It's gonna balance out. But she's not willing to do that. She don't. To me, she doesn't feel like he's at her level, and she need to find somebody gonna be at her level, and that marriage is not gonna work.
Right. Exactly. Because like I said, I remember a conversation that was on Ask the Daniel channel, and it kind of was brought up how would you date a guy that worked at Amazon? And one of the co-hosts at the time, she was like, I would. Like I'm not, if he's a good man, if he treats me right. And I feel like, if a person is trying, like Rissa said, if you get somebody and then you fall in love with them and they have the potential, to do better, the kind of thing, then it's just like, why wouldn't you take a chance on somebody? But like you said, they're at a certain age. It's like, when do you give up? Like if you're somebody in your 50s, you should be established, right? So if you're not established by your 50s, you kind of look at it sideways. She wants both for him, financial needs and the Pookie and Ray Ray for the physical needs. It's a dual mating strategy. It's been studied and observed in the animal kingdom. So what Lass was trying to say is that she wants it all. She wants a man that's going to satisfy her. And then now we're jumping on a way different kind of subject, because it's like you want somebody to please you sexually, but then at the same time financially take care of you. And can you have both? Can you have a man that satisfy you sexually and also provide all the bills? I mean, can you have it? I don't know. What do you think, Andrea?
Sometimes I do not think you can have it all. Sometimes life is going to have peaks and valleys, roller coasters. Sometimes you ain't going to so you're going to have to deal with that. And so I think it's a myth to have it all. It's to me where you want the relationship to be. To say you can have it all, but what are you willing to sacrifice?
Welcome in, Lion. No, I am scared.
And the reason I say that, I watched my own parents. I feel like my mom and dad start dating again after all the kids don't got out their house. So they was able to renew their love for each other. They don't raise all the children. So I just think it's levels to this. It's the balance. It's the longevity, the marathon.
Hey, Christy. Yes, it is. And it's like you have to be able to come into the situation with your eyes open. If a person, take them what they are. Like Rissa really had a really great point. She said, I'm gonna go back. She said, my money is my husband's money, and my husband's money is my money. If he wins, I win. And if I win, he wins. And you would think that should be it, right? You would think that way, right? I mean, I'm not gonna get all into Rissa business. But it sounds like she has a really healthy kind of relationship. And I like when people be having babies, because that means they getting it in. Congratulations to you, Rissa, for getting it in. Black woman wants to meet black man at the finish line. Oh, okay. Welcome in, Sandra. Rissa says, now it's at a point where my husband and I broke up. No contract for 3 years from where I was 2023, but he knew where home was. Oh, okay. Welcome in, Chip. Welcome in. Sandra, you are stupid. And Rissa said, thank you, Kelly. Of course, great topic. Yeah, but you know what? It's so funny because I have the picture of Kanye West and let me go back to this part.
Bianca. That's
her name is Bianca.
Yes, Bianca.
Okay, so with Bianca, it's like he pays all the bills, and she's basically his toy, right? Mm-hmm. Like she said, drug trade high. She's been naked. She's, I don't know. It's weird. They have but that's what he wants. He can afford it, so he went and he got him a woman that he can control. You said, what is the background image about? Yeah, so I just explained. I'm sorry, I'm a little late back in the chat kind of thing. So basically, it kind of shows, because like the title of this is He Pays Everything, Does He Make the Rules, right? Do you think that Bianca has free will?
Not to me, because every time I see her, she naked. So I'm like, why would you want to expose your wife? Why would you want to expose your wife like that? That's just me.
Right.
That's just me.
Oh, welcome in Epic. Epic says toy, try slave. Oh, facts. And you know what? And maybe it is because of the what do you call it? Because of before his last wife, what happened with her? Huh?
Maybe the lifestyle that he gives her.
Well, everything's from she ain't gotta work, right?
Yeah.
Like Epic said, it's more of a slave kind of mentality where she just does everything he say and she do it. But I mean, she don't have to do anything else. Men have to know how to lead. It's not about making rules. It's about leadership. Oh, should lead. Okay. So men have to know how to lead. And you know what? Christy make a really great point because we were having a conversation about this on another live where it says, this guy was like, a woman got to be submissive. And I'm like, you know what? It's naturally in our DNA. If you are masculine, we're automatically going to be feminine. It just happens like that.
Right.
Yes, men need to know how to lead. Exactly. Epic said it's an ego thing. Men like to feel dominant. Men like to feel dominant. Okay, yes. So they want, and I can totally understand that. If you're in a relationship and you're a man, you want to feel like a man. You want to feel masculine kind of thing, But if you have a woman who is making more money than you, I can see how that is like a little tap on your ego. Like it makes you feel maybe less than a man. I don't know if that is true or not, kind of thing. But this been like a really interesting conversation. I mean, I really feel like we kind of like on the same page. Like everybody is literally on the same page. It's just like the wording is different, kind of thing. Give us something to submit to. Oh. Yes. So if you're gonna like, and it is up to, and I think what she was saying is the what do you call it? It's the leading thing, right? It's the being empowered. It's being, and do you think that's a money thing or it's just a male thing, like a masculine thing?
If a man could, I look at a man's life to see is he's a good leader. Okay.
Right.
Is he leading his children, leading his family? I look at a man, he's a good leader with how his character and his life. That's just
facts. Chrissy said narcissists like to feel dominant, men are secure. Yeah, you don't necessarily have to you don't I feel like you don't have to lead with money kind of thing. You know what I'm saying? It's like you should be leading with something else. Like what is this person? It's all about value, bringing value in his life. Hello, Carolina. Thank you. I'm doing good. He said it's a leadership thing. It totally is a leadership thing. And you know what? Leadership, I feel like doesn't necessarily, and I guess that would be a little intimidating if you were a man, but that's another subject about equally yoked and staying in your lane. So if you're at Amazon, would you try to go for the lawyer? Like, would you try to do that? That's a good question because some men might be intimidated to talk to the woman that's making $250,000 a year, when they're only making like $1,750 or something like that. So that's a point that you got to look at.
Yes.
Just myself, but women don't get triggered by the word selfish. It's not an insult. Right. Lonnie says, if another man knows that you or don't know how to make your value in the world, then us women can pick up it, and even if we are holding you down. Oh, okay. All right, so if you get a good woman in your life and there's something that happens, they're not going to leave you. You know what I'm saying? It's like, okay, I got you, and we're gonna get through this like rough patch together. And it happens all the time. And I feel like people don't really talk about that, kind of thing. It's like you just get into your head, okay, this is what the relationship is. It's gonna be like this the whole entire time, And I feel like, oh, if you got a woman, she's gonna make sure that you are straight. She's gonna hold you up, kind of thing. But it's like the thing is, do you control her though?
Kelly,
Yes.
would you leave your man if he lose his job?
No, I would not lose my man if he. Matter of fact,
I'm asking, would you
no,
leave your man
I wouldn't.
his
No,
job? Huh?
no, I would not do that.
Okay.
No, it has nothing to do with my everything character. Yes, it does have a lot to do with character. It does have a lot to do with character. And like you know what, that is actually a really great question. I mean, a really great statement, because it's like you got to look at that too. Like if you are with a person and they have hard times, it's like, are you sticking around or are you leaving?
Yes.
Kind of thing. And it's so many times that people would actually they kind of find out the true colors, because look at all the people, like you have all these guys out here, they pick for the wrong reasons. They pick the woman because she got a big butt. She picked the woman because they got big boobs or young, or maybe she's an OnlyFans content creator, right? And then as soon as the money run dry, so does them. They do the same too.
They wasn't really there for that person. They were just there for the money.
It was just there for the money. You gotta know how to
you gotta know how to make the red flags.
You gotta know how to make the red flags. I make more money than my husband, but it's just because I work 12-hour shifts, do hair and sell food, and doesn't trip on that. He lets me do you. But it sounds like you have a really good, secure relationship. And so there's going to be times with one person is going to make more than the other, or but it sounds like you guys have you have your understanding. I think what this was more of, but at the same time, Rissa is like, will your husband ever tell you, come back and change your clothes? Well,
if he thought it was inappropriate.
If he thought it was inappropriate. For the record, I don't agree with it, but I know men and they love feeling dominant. In Kanye's case, it's toxic and external, but it doesn't, but it's a dominant kink. Yeah. I mean, you gotta know your guy. You gotta know your man. And if that's the case, then hey, she cool with it. She like it. I love it. I always say that. Do you think she with him because of that? Because he's like because she just loved him so much? I don't think so. I think she's in it for the money, and he knows it. And it's like what someone said earlier. It's like what do you call it? Transitional kind of relationship. If you leave with money or looks, that typically all they can afford. Facts. Like it should be more. Like for me, it got to be totally deeper. It got to be totally deeper, because when you have unconditional love, someone that lets them be happy no matter what, as long as a relationship has boundaries. Yeah, we didn't even talk about boundaries. We didn't even talk about that. Like I just left New Orleans and went to St. Louis by myself, and never questioned me, but me and my husband are best friends. And see, that's beautiful. That is beautiful, because a lot of times you don't have that. You are supposed to evolve. And you know what, Chrissy, that's what Andrea was saying earlier. Remember you were saying like people change as you grow older. I'm pretty sure even with Rissa, how she was thinking at 14 is not how she think now. I hope not.
Yeah.
Kind of thing.
You evolve. Of course, you're going to evolve. You're evolving when you're first young. Like I said, what I want at 22 and what I want at 51 is two different things.
Exactly.
Life has taught me some things. I know who I am now. So what I would, if I put up with some things at 22, I'm not putting up with that at 51.
Exactly. And it's all about the control, because like Epic said, he can control Bianca. He couldn't control Kim Kardashian.
No. And her mama wasn't let her mother wasn't gonna let her. That's my opinion.
That's what you think.
Her mother wasn't gonna let him control her. I'm just saying. It was too much of the family involved in their marriage. Just my opinion.
Well, and then he didn't have a family.
Yeah, and that's the whole point. When you don't have a family and it's you up against everybody else, it's a lot.
It is. And I think, yeah, I
And
mean, go ahead.
This is what I did learn. You just can't tell everybody or your friends who's barely married themselves, tell them about your marriage, because they're gonna give you some bad fucking advice. So tell Jesus and your therapist, okay?
Facts.
Just say it. You can't even tell your sisters and brothers because they ain't got no good advice either. They're mad with him because he did something to you, and then y'all back together and they still mad. That's not
true. Welcome in.
Yeah.
So. Right. And at the end of the day, it's just like you got to look at the person. You know, I kind of low key feel like they took advantage of Kanye West. I mean, Kanye West kind of cray and stuff like that, but I feel like he took advantage of him because, you know, he didn't have nobody. You know what I'm saying? They can kind of swoop in, and I mean that's also a form of manipulation. Not that I'm taking up for Kanye West. I'm not, because I feel like some of the stuff he does is just like not okay. But at the same time, I can understand coming from like a behavioral point of view. When you are somebody and you have low self-esteem and you don't have anybody, then yes, it's very, very hard, and you gravitate towards some, you know, just anything, you know, the thing that come along, you might think you want it, but actually you really don't want it. You know, it's just something that comes around. Guys just pay meaning and women and the man through thick and thin. Okay.
But at the same time, is she don't value the white Kim didn't value him. She didn't value him being a father in them children's life. Just saying, she didn't.
Right.
And I predicted myself. I said I predicted. I told my friend she gonna have them 4 kids, and after she had them 4 kids, she gonna divorce him. That he crazy. I predicted it.
Oh yeah. Oh, look at Just Andrea has a channel at Just Andrea. Yeah, make sure you go follow her. We was having some problems with the clicking the lives, but yeah, go over and follow her and support her, definitely.
Yeah, she
does a lot of great stuff.
To me, she didn't value him as a father. I'm just saying, and because if she did, she wouldn't be she wouldn't be fighting him the way he wants to be important in his children's life. And pretty much his children is the only legacy he has, because he doesn't have any more family members like his mother. So I just felt like she was going to divorce him after she had them kids.
Right. Thank you, E Black. I appreciate that. So we're going to be wrapping this live up, but this was kind of like, you know, it went to so many different directions, and I feel like it's not so simple. You know, he pays everything. Does he make the rules? And you know, we looked at different situations. But I think the consensus was that it's hard to say he pays everything. Does he make the rules? Because there's no men out there really paying everything.
Yeah.
I really feel like it's not paying everything. So it's like, how can you get an answer? It's just like me saying, Kelly, how do you like being on the moon? I don't know. I've never been on the moon.
I think you have to do what's best for your family. That's just me.
You have to do best with your family. I agree. E Black says, "Boo, don't end." Yes. He makes the rules, but can you make the rules? Okay, now, I want to put this out here. If you're a man, because Christy had a really great point. If you are a man, right, and you are in the head of your household, and you work at Amazon, but your wife works at, you know, she's a lawyer and she's making $250,000. Do you have the right to tell your wife what and what not to wear? Do you have the right to tell your wife what to do with the money? That should be the question.
But you would think y'all both have both senses to do what's best for the family.
Well, if you don't have a family, it's just you and him.
Well, if it's just you and him, you would think y'all both have a right to do what's best for both. The camaraderie is both for y'all. So you have a right to do what's best for both of y'all. Y'all are in a relationship. You're not roommates.
No, I'm talking about money. We talking about money. So,
Okay, so
if he makes, let's say if he makes $20,000 a year, right, and you make $220,000 a year, but you want to take your money and buy, fancy cars and bags and all this kind of stuff, can he tell you, baby, that you want to buy a $5,000 Birkin? I don't know. I don't wear a bag. You can put that 5,000 and we can put a new lawn in the front of the house. Like, does he have a right to say what she can do with her money? Let's flip the tables.
Well, I don't think he has a right to. I don't think he has a right to tell her what to do with her money, but he can suggest it. But if you you got plenty of purses, he can say, "Baby, do you need another one?"
What's up, Jane? Hey, you just on time, Jane.
And
so this is a question. Go ahead, Andrea.
He can ask, "Do you need another one?" He can give his opinion. I mean, he can say, "Baby, do you really need that?" I mean, I think
yes, I need this $5,000 bag.
And how many do you got in your closet?
8. And it's my money. I make the money. We role playing, Andrea. Go.
Okay, but if you set us up for our life and our future, how we bought a house together.
I like that, Jane.
We got 3 or 4 cars. Then we need a bigger house then, and we don't need no more purses because you're gonna have plenty of time to buy more purses. It's all in you. It's all in you. It's a compromise. If he said, "Baby, I know you got 8 purses. Okay, well, right now you don't need this, so we're gonna get this house because we got all these cars, and we need to find places to put them cars at." It's all compromise.
No Ego said, for the record, there's no guy stacking shelves at Amazon, but married to a lawyer making $250. The two lifestyles are not compatible. That's ridiculous. What? I don't know. But could it be true though? Could it happen? I think it's just, we're just using this as a scenario, but it could be, okay, she make $80,000 a year and he make $50,000 a year. So you making $30,000 more a year than your husband, and you want to go on a trip with your girlfriends to Mexico, and he says no. How would you feel? Would you feel like, well, I know how you would feel, but
that's no. What you say? My own money.
Okay, cuz so you saying no, you should do what you want to do with your money, right?
Yeah, if this is my thing, if I'm going on a trip with my friends in Mexico, I'm already saving that money. It's not coming out.
Christopher. Welcome in.
It's not coming out my check because I'm already saving that money to go to Mexico, and I'm pretty sure we have had a conversation or 2 or 3 conversations before I even put that money down.
Right.
I'm not checking in with him, but I'm letting him know, baby, I'm gonna be out of town with my girls. This is what we're doing. But that's just something you would have a conversation with your husband, boyfriend, partner. That's what you do.
Exactly. But it's like, I think that's
it's all in communication skills. You talk to that person.
Right. Both of y'all broke. It's just there. But if we're talking about, there's so many, like I said, it's not a black and white situation. It's so many different scenarios, you know what I'm saying? Because it's like, if you were to flip the roles, and the title of this live is, he pays everything, does he make the rules? If you flip the roles and says she pays everything, does she make the rules?
And that's a whole different conversation, because
It's a whole different conversation. You're right.
So, because shoot,
Christopher, we put no phone numbers in the chat. You're funny. let's see. Welcome me, Dion. I work at Security High School degree. My wife got a PhD and master. She is psychologist and makes 3 times the amount I made. Not that it matters. No, but we appreciate that because we were just talking about that. It does happen. It does happen that, you know, women make more than money, but it's like for men, it's like controlling what they want to do with their money. But for women, it's like, okay, but it's my money. So I should be able to do what I want with it, kind of thing. Jane said we just give money to our household. And that's what Andrea was saying. We should like put the money in a pot and just take care of the household with it.
Mm-hmm. Or the joint account, and that could be for the vacation and stuff. So it's always how you do it and what's best for your family. And I really believe at this point you cannot tell anybody how to do their relationship. They have to do what's best for the family and do what's best for them. Because if you do what's best for them and you don't do what everybody named mama trying to tell you, you're gonna have a better relationship.
No Ego said, vegan, you said it could happen, right? So let's say you make $150. Would you date a cashier at Walmart who makes $35,000? Would you date him? Please answer the question. That's a good question. I guess it would depend.
What was your answer?
I guess it would depend.
Okay. I say no for me.
He said, I'm trying to be neutral. Evenly yoked is important. But I'm thinking to myself like this. See, I don't know. It's not a black and white question. No Ego, because what if he does work at Walmart making $35,000 a year, but he may be a brilliant photographer and he makes money. He have the potential to make money on the side. Because let me tell you something. When I met my spouse, he didn't have nothing, and I got that fool to make over $200,000 a year. You know what I'm saying? So you get a good woman in your life, she can motivate you to heights unknown. So let me tell you something. No Ego. When I was younger, definitely. But older, now that I'm older, it's just like, because come on. You know what I'm saying? It's different. I figure it depends on like.
That's called potential, baby. That's called potential. And I'm just and at the point that we're in our life, we're seasoned women. No, and that's not nothing wrong with that. We just know what's good for us.
Welcome in, Mel. Right, and you can't fault a person. I guess you can't really fault a person on what they do or how they make their money, but I don't know, like you making $35,000 at Walmart. Why aren't you trying to find somebody at Walmart that also makes $35,000?
Exactly.
Why are you trying to get with me? I make $150,000. Why don't you go start making $150,000 and then you come talk to me? Is that wrong to say? I'm just playing devil advocate. No Ego, so I'm just playing devil's advocate. What did she say? Feminine energy can have controlling everything without asking. It's all about how you go about it. I mean, it's power. It's definitely power. Some men relinquish the role of head of household. Not everybody cares about that. Welcome in, Casey the One. Welcome in. It's true, because some people don't want to be the head. They just, what do you call them? What's the word for a man that have a woman lead the household? What is that called, Andrea?
I always heard that was masculine energy. So is it not? If a woman leads the household,
isn't it called a simp? I think is it a?
Yeah,
a derogatory word for a man who let.
I don't really. Maybe it's balance in their house. So maybe
Hey, Marvel,
if
you
she
just like to call me.
balance, some men might need that. You don't know. It's called balance. She leaves the
Yeah.
house because she leaves the house. Maybe she better at the things. It's called balance. Some men might need that. I don't know, but I know the men in my life, they don't need that because they the leaders. I don't know no woman leading them. So I never experienced that kind of leading before.
Oh, no. I know a lot of women that take care of the household, that make more money. And I know a couple of women who they got to stay at home while they work. And you know what they doing while the woman's at work? You know what they doing? Scare. Okay, no ego says depends is not the answer. Vegan, come on now. I just answered it. I'm late in the chat. Let me go down. But is that what do you say? Can't answer the question. I think did I answer the question? I'm way behind.
No, you pissed around the answer. You're playing around.
Did I piss around the answer?
Let's say it and you mean it.
Because it's like it's necessary to date your wage. Well, date your wage. Well, that would. What did you say? If you drop the link, I will come up and voice my opinion. Oh, you just ring Gary. Let me tell you something. We're about to wrap up, but I do want to have a panel and have it where we get a man point of view. I asked a question to prove your comment wrong that women don't seek to date down. So you said it could happen if, and I'm saying it can't happen. Oh, I get what I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying, but it's just like, I don't know. It's weird. Okay, like it's almost like, you know what? Actually, that's a great idea for a movie. Like, what if you did meet the most wonderful guy in the world, and then you fall and you guys have all this stuff in common. Like, I'm in photography, he's in photography, I do YouTube, he do YouTube. We like the same music, we're the same age, everything is just vibing. He's a vegan. Okay. You know what? If you had all that stuff, right? Check all those boxes, but you work at Walmart, I would have to consider it, because you can't find a person that have those characteristics. I don't really care about money. I mean, I care about money, don't get me wrong, but I don't really, I care more about character. I care more about what the person have to give. You know what I'm saying? So if you have somebody with all those things, they would have to come with all those things. I think simple is different. Okay. What's up, Moon Dog? What's up? He laughing. Out of order. Okay, he relinquished his position. Coward. Oh yeah, man. I mean, I don't know. Like, I'm old school. I ain't gonna front. Like, people say, "Are you a feminist?" No. I believe a man should leave. I want somebody to be. I want somebody to be like, if I'm acting up in the street, I want him to grab my arm, not hard, but just grab my arm and then give me that look. And it's like, I'll come all the way down.
Right.
But if you're like, excuse me, Kelly, I'm like, shut up. Get out of my business. No, I'm not like that.
Right.
But it's like, it's true. You want someone to be there. So you want to feel safe and secure. You want to know. And I feel like a lot of times women, we've had to take on that role, both roles. Like, we got to protect ourselves kind of thing. And so that's where you get kind of like low key, not aggression, but it's like you're not able to be soft. You're not able to be feminine, because you have to do both. You have to do these dual roles. And I feel like if more men stepped up to the plate and was more, took charge, then they would, they would be more feminine. The term you're looking for, vegan, is called marifocal family, where the mother is the head of the household. I've never heard of that.
Me either.
Hmm. Well, I mean, nothing's wrong with that. If that's what you want, if a woman, like kind of Andrea, now, if you could go and work full time and
Yeah.
your husband stay at home and take care of the kids, clean the clothes, wash the dishes, clean the house, you come home, the dinner's cooked waiting for you on the table. When you go to your closet, all your clothes are hung up and folded and clean. Would you like
Hell yeah, shit.
that?
The cooking is done. The kids are good. Hell yeah. It's called a
Women,
balance. It's called balance. It's called
it's called
balance.
balance. You
Balance.
know
What's
what?
best? What's
Actually,
best for
that
your
actually
family?
would not be a bad deal. If I could just work and come home and everything is done, I ain't gotta
Yes.
worry about nothing, no cooking, no food.
Yes. It's called balance.
Shoot, that would be lit.
That's called peace of mind for me. Shoot.
Okay, look, Gary said come up there. Okay, he said let's do it. Come on. If there hey Mary, welcome in, welcome in. Looking up the channel. Cool beans. Look up the channel. Okay. Greetings, everyone. Mary said, all right, Mary. So I said I was gonna be getting out of here 21 minutes ago, and they did pulled us back into a whole nother conversation
We're
with
gonna
men.
have to do part 2, okay? Part 2.
Yeah, I definitely feel like this is a part 2. Women are more successful dating up, men not so much. Oh, you know what? That's interesting. That's
It's written for part 2, Kelly.
women don't multiply should men build according to such and women can build stuff. All right, be honest. If that's how you feel, that's how you feel. That's only until she's about 30 to the about 30. At that point, it changes. Oh, you really you feel that way? I will have to consider it. I mean, but a lot of people. This is saying, honey, but you have to be honest with yourself. Like, what do you want and what would you take?
Yes.
Let's see. Okay, here you go. This is an interesting question. Well, statement. Beyonce said, "Old lost single women, y'all should teach young women how to be a lady, but you can't because you ain't one and you competing for the same men." Oh my God! Do you want to take this, Andre, or you want me to take it?
I'm teaching my daughter how to be a good woman. I don't compete with nobody. I'm from the old school. I believe men should lead the household. So no, I don't. I'm not competing with no young girl because I know who I am. I know definitely who I am. So no, I don't compete with nobody. Sorry, that's not
Okay,
me.
so I'll answer the question. So be honest. Look, motherfucker. First of all, who the fuck are you? Probably some internet troll that ain't even fucking got nothing. Sitting up here, taking roaches out of the game because you can't afford no weed, drinking, and everything like that. Let me tell you something. You are sitting up here talking about young women. If anything, I want to uplift young women so they don't have to interact with stupid ass people like you that don't know what the fuck they talking about. Because let me tell you something. It's because of men like you that put shit in women's head to try to divide them. But let me tell you something. Be honest, GB5ZG. It ain't even about that. It's about us as older women giving them the game. Because these stupid ass manipulators like you that will try to take them and brainwash them to try to to not like older women, to try to tell older, like, oh no, we're not in competition with each other. We are a sisterhood, and I am here for all women, regardless if you young, old, black, white, fat, skinny, young, tall, short, whatever. And you know what? Let me tell you something. This is not that kind of channel. This channel is the kind of channel that uplifts people. On That Green Vegan, we uplift people. It's all about feeding your soul. It's because of stupid ass people like you that come into this motherfucking chat that think they can come up here and say whatever they want to. Well, let me tell you something, Beyonce, before I block your fuck ass. You are not welcome here. So you can just go to the men, the red pill, manosphere, wherever the fuck you want to go, and go over there and jack off with them lonely losers. Now back to our scheduled program.
Well said.
Hey, Belt Loop.
And
Yeah,
we gotta
Belt
go. We have to go.
That part.
Because
What
we
did
are
you say? She don't like
almost hour and 30 minutes now.
We at our place. We at our place.
Yes.
So you know why I'm laughing. Okay. So let me just block this dumb ass. So you are banned from this channel, you stupid ass. And it's so crazy because it's people like that that try to divide us. You know what I'm saying? To try to divide men, try to divide women, try to divide ageism, colorism, all that kind of stuff. It's sick. It's sick. It's sick and it's perverted. You know what? It's all about love. It's all about healing. And we will never be able to heal in life until we get rid of the scum like that person that just want to just spew hate. This channel is not about hate. This channel is about healing. This channel is about having honest conversations. When we're talking about relationships. You know what I'm saying? In all kind of relationships. And it's like, you know what? This is just an honest ass question. Would you be with somebody if they made more money than you? And if they made more money with you, then do they control everything? You know, do they make the rules? And would you follow them? It's simple as that. But no, that dumbass be honest. You're not being honest. You being stupid. That's what you should change your name to. Be stupid. Be stupid should come into this chat and just ask the questions like everybody else is being super respectful. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like people like that, it's just sickening. And if you have people like that in your life, get rid of them. And if you have a platform and you have ignorant trolls like that, just get rid of them. All they want is attention. But you know what? You're not getting that here because everybody is giving a really great commentary and really great comments. And I appreciate everybody. Make sure you guys hit the like button.
And be respectful to people, okay? That's all you have to do.
You know what? You can have your own opinion. You know what I'm saying? Like some people didn't agree with Rissa in her situation. That's Rissa's situation. You know what I'm saying? Not everybody has that, so they can't understand it, but it's totally fine.
Yep.
Gary says men gain value as they age. They become more financially stable and make more money. They value fertility, and as women age, they stop dropping. Well, but you know what? That's because they don't have a person, Gary. If you like, I keep using Rissa just for example, but if you start off with somebody young and you're in a relationship, you don't want you that's what happens, right? So say you are younger, you get married, you have kids, you raise your family, and then you enjoy the rest of your life with that person that you have made that life with. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, there are some people out here that don't find love until they're like almost 50 years old, and then they want to have a legacy. And then they, of course, if you're an older woman, you're not having kids, not because you can't have kids. It's a we're like, bruh, I'm not going to be 80 years old taking my kid to school. Nobody wants to do that. So it's, you know, you got to make it make sense kind of thing. He said if he's interested in starting a father or a family, I guess you meant to say. Yeah, family. Yeah, I thought you said that. Yeah. Let's see. Kristen said back in the day, back in the day, men brought the money and the wife paid the bills. Yeah, well, that's just not it's a different kind of world that we live in right now. And I don't know, I feel like it's all depends on how you was raised. You know what I'm saying? If you're raised in a household with the father, you know, I think he kind of teach those traits to his kids, right? Wouldn't you agree, Andrea? Oh, she must have got out again. Yeah, she did. The Pop the Balloon show tells you everything you need to know about modern women. Most of the men on the show are gainfully employed, educated, popping the balloons like the 4th of July at the stage. Hey, Andrea. And you know what? That show is stupid, No Ego. Hey, Andrea, you know, like on Pop the Balloon,
that show is ignorant.
I don't think it's weird. Like you have a guy who's like, oh yes, I'm a scientist. I own 3 businesses. Blah 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 blah. I have my own facial company, and then pop the balloon. Why'd you pop the balloon? I don't like his shoes.
Yeah, I don't like.
I don't think they're modern women. I think they're stupid women.
yeah. But Kelly, I do have to go. Got to take my son to football practice.
Yes. Well, have an amazing day. Thank you so much for coming up, and thank you so much for giving this topic.
You're welcome. Love you. Bye-bye.
I love you too. Bye-bye. All right, so let me just kick her out. Oh, I don't want to ban her. be funny if I banned her from the show. Yes. Hey, what's up, Miss Heish Brown? What's going on? Oh my goodness. So we're gonna wrap this up for real quick because now it's been an hour and a half, and we went a whole half an hour late. Miss Love You Girl. Thank you. Oh yeah, Chrissy said a part 2. Oh my goodness, part 3 to 4, right? What you say? Be honest. When you know what it is to be a woman, then you can talk. I don't know. I don't think Be Honest had a penis. Just to be honest, he probably had, I don't know, something. What is this about? Hey, welcome in, Brosar. Yeah, so we're ending right now, but you can always catch the replay. Appreciate if you hit the live and join the channel. Yeah, so basically we were just talking about relationships. If he pays for everything, does he make the rules? And then it got switched to if she pays everything, does she make the rules? And we've been all over. We had Kevin Samuel here. We had Charles Whiteston or Hit, whatever his name is. And then we had a woman, like a modern day woman talk. And so it was a big, humongous show kind of thing. Welcome in, Marcel. My first time here. I'm from Virginia. Thank you. I know I'm very late in the chat. Welcome in, Marcel. Welcome in. Hit the like button and join the channel. It will save your life. Let's see. Get his ass. Oh, I'm really I kind of went off. You know what? That wasn't me. That was Clanisha. It was Clanisha. I knew you had a fiery side. He was out of line. No, you should see some of the stuff that came in here. Kelly said, not today. Not today. You know what? Because there's so many different, like, and Be Honest, still trying to comment. We don't see you, dumb ass. I know you probably come back in, but that's okay. What you said? I just got here. What's the issue? Oh my goodness, welcome. Well, I know, is your first name Eric? I know what that last name kind of thing. This is hilarious. You know what? Welcome in, and this is a Kate Lens. Oh my goodness, this is not how my channel is about. My channel really is about love, healing, and positivity, and feeding your soul. But somebody took me out of character, and this is one thing I want to say to everybody. If someone is bullying you, if someone is, stand up for yourself. You definitely can stand up for yourself. Oh, he says hello to everybody. Oh, we love to have you here. What's up, Benz? Benz is laughing. What do you say? As a man, no, I would not. Okay, you would not pay for everything? What you say? Depends on how your relationship dynamic is. Yes, and you're coming in late, but we basically was saying that. We were really saying that. That it all depends on the relationship, and it all depends on how you guys decide your relationship. Is nobody else should have a say in how you want to. Is hey, if you love it, if you like it, I love it, kind of thing. No matter how much you make, your character is how you treat people. Exactly. My birthday was today. Happy birthday! Happy birthday! Aww. Happy birthday to ya. Happy birthday to ya. Happy birthday. You got to be with someone who you agree with in relationship dynamic. It sounds like folks have been getting in relations where people don't agree with. Yes. And then you got to have those serious. That's why I feel like when you get into a relationship, you should go to like marriage counseling. They should have like couple counseling because it's a really good way to really see how you are. Someone asked me if I made 150,000, would I be with somebody that made 35,000? And at first I was like, no, but then it's like when you start breaking down their character and like the things that you have in common that you love, it's like, I start thinking a little differently. It's like, wait a minute, but if I can get somebody who's vegan, somebody who is kind, is a photographer, who does, can edit my videos, and why not? Why not? So I guess it all depends. This word is temporary. Set your hopes. Things. Was it eternal? Eternal, yes. He's laughing. Okay, let's see. Marcel, happy belated birthday. Yes, yes, yes. We appreciate you. I hope you join the channel. What is it? Joe, I don't know why any complaining, find a man who wants the same thing you want. Yeah, you would think it's that easy. You would think it's that easy. I don't know what's going on in the world. Men are just not really approaching women. Hey, guitar. Guitar says play to play. You will come in here, guitar. Kelly should go to what's that? What is that? No, there comes a point in your life where you should take responsibility for decisions and stop saying my parents are. You know what? I agree 1,000%. I wish I could pin that. But yes, you are. I agree with that 1,000%. It's like you gotta stop playing the victim. I'm a Mason with Facebook. You are so funny. You said I signed up for Pop the Balloon app. That's probably how I got suggested to the channel. Oh, we were talking about Pop the Balloon because it's like the women on Pop the Balloon. They look at they'll pop the balloon because they don't like your shoes or your pants are too tight. That's stuff that can be fixed. But I don't know. I mean, I guess it's just a way. I mean, but in a way, it's like that's how people in real life are. They will eliminate you. You know. I mean, I have a friend. He makes what $500,000. Yeah, he makes $500,000. I mean, yeah, $500,000 a year, right? If you look at him, oh my goodness. He always got like sweatpants, holes in his sweatpants, big shirt, whatever. And it's like, he owns 2 homes. He owns a home in, what is that place? Ohio. He owns a place in Ohio. He has several properties in California, and he's a director over a nursing facility, whatever. Not a facility, but the school, whatever. But anyway, he makes all this money. But women might look at him and just be like, And it's like you can't go by somebody's looks. You have to really go by the person and get to really know them. The women on the show are Yes, because then all men think that that's how all women are, and it's not like that at all. They all pay for. Guitar said, "I am the prize." That's right, Guitar. Dark said, "We still live." Okay. You know what? I'm getting loopy. I have ADHD. Let's see. You're just a voice box. We can't see you. Oh, you want to see me? Okay, let me see. Okay, let me see. I showed it in the very beginning. Let me see. I'm gonna do it right quick. Okay, back. All right. The reason why I had my thing off was because she had hers off, so I just kept it like that. Let me see. Hey now. Okay, let me see. What's up, E Money? Hey, fans, someone by show some love. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Okay, I'm gonna get through here and hold on, money. Change people. It doesn't expose how they wear their word. Does it expose how they really wear? You know what? I feel like you should get to know the person. If you get to know the person, sometimes it wouldn't even matter, right? To edit videos, if you could find a girlfriend that could facts. If you can find somebody that will like share in your passions and love, that would be amazing. Okay. Oh, Chrissy saying hi and welcoming everybody, because that's what this channel is about. Welcoming everybody. So if you be a part of this channel, you'll be a part of this lovely conversation. Social media is the reason some men don't approach women. They just hop off DMs nowadays. You are so right, Ema. You are so right. Old school though, I'll catch you outside. Dang, but people are not going outside anymore. Her dimples. Oh, thank you. She cute. Oh, beautiful. Oh. It exposes people. It's true. It's so supposed to be. So thank everybody for coming. Okay, let me put my camera on so I can say goodbye to everybody. Put my camera on. Okay, so I just want to thank everybody for coming out here. You guys have been amazing. I really appreciate you. Let me just tell some of the top people that was here. You got Toby Toe, Lass, E Black, Jane, Jerry, Stash, Gary, you too, please. Robin, Simply Homestead, Miss Christie, Lonnie, Guitar, Shifting Soil. We have Dark One's Life, No Ego, Rissa, John, Mary, Hart, Yolanda, Brosor, Sassy, I Feel Busted, Christopher, Miss Hash Brown, Chip, Marcel, Lions, Frank, Moondog, Epic, E-Money, Carolina, Kind, Stacy, Handy, Ralph, Benz, Vogue, Chris, Friend Zone Mel, DC Purple, Laser Talk, Sun, Sharice, Miguel, Canley V, Vampira, Dre, Steven, Joe, Marvel, Just Fed Up, Andrea, D-Ho, Black, what is that, Cape? And Casey DeWine. Thank you so much, everybody, for being here. How are you feeling? I'm feeling amazing. It's gonna be hot. I'm in California, and for those that don't know, I have a series called Community Cove, and I gotta go get ready to edit things. So if you are a content creator, you might be next. You might be next. Chrissy says hi, E-Money. So before I go, if no one's told you today that they love you, I love you. Mwah. Bye, everybody. Have an amazing rest of your day. Bye.